I'm in North Hollywood in between two of the fires here, and the wind has been howling all night, so strong. Think of LA's iconic palm trees just bending in the wind, which of course is making this fire so dangerous and making conditions really difficult for firefighters. Now, from where I'm standing, just behind me, you can see the plumes of smoke going into the air. Every so often when I turn around, I can see the flames flickering over the hills behind me. And then when I spin around, there's a red glow in the sky further that way, down towards the ocean, and that's the Pacific Palisades fire. So we're looking at two of the three fires surrounding LA just from this spot in North Hollywood. Now, of course, we're much safer here in one of the more urban areas, but for people just a little more that way, closer to the hills, of course, life is pretty dangerous.
I've lived in LA for 17 years, and never in my life have I experienced this kind of anxiety when it comes to what is going on right now with these wildfires. I am in Santa Monica. I am on the edge of the evacuation line, like 2 blocks away. I live right off Montana.
Yes, a lot of people are furious on a day where America and Los Angeles are watching their homes burn and businesses burn and could use some aid. The Biden administration is preparing to send another $500 million to Ukraine. This is why the laws, when you take a look at this article recently put out by Bloomberg, Biden to announce final $500 million in Ukraine military aid, this is extremely concerning. Even Trump sent out a message partaking to this. I don't understand what is going on here. Look at the time. Look at what is going on. A lot of people are in tears, but they still proceed to send money to Ukraine. Biden is having few days to go. Look at what is happening now. Extremely concerning. It is important. I show you some videos.
This is a video message to California Governor Gavin Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass. I'm sitting here giving you this message from the guest room of a friend of mine where we had to evacuate our house in the middle of the night, pulling 2 kids out of bed, looking at flames just several hundred feet away from our home, fleeing late at night in fear, all because of a problem that you knew would happen and which you did not properly address. Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom, this is your Hurricane Katrina. Both of you knew for days that this was going to happen. We knew about the high wind warnings, and we knew that just a couple of weeks ago when we had severe winds in Malibu, just steps away from the current fire started, we had massive fires start. This was coming, and you both knew it. Karen Bass, what did you do? You decided to go to Ghana in Africa on what you call a diplomatic mission for the United States as the mayor of a city in the U.S., not as a diplomat, not as a federal employee, but as someone who took a political junket at a time when you knew that your city may burn. And guess what? It is burning, and it will continue to burn for quite some time, and you are nowhere to be seen. Governor Newsom, I know you showed up today and gave a press conference wearing nice fancy clothes and a beautiful baseball cap and smiling. But guess what? Where have you been since then? I don't think you're anywhere. No press conferences, no messages to the people, no leadership on the ground. And as much as you take credit for pre-positioning some assets just hours before the fires occurred, you have had years and years and years, and in this case, at least several days' notice to pre-position an overwhelming number of assets in order to strike any fire within seconds or minutes of that fire occurring before it got to this point where it is now unmanageable and uncontrollable, where we have lost hundreds, if not thousands of homes, where we have tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars, where we have lost much of the Palisades, much of Malibu, and God knows by morning or by tomorrow how much of Santa Monica, West LA, or other communities we're going to lose. This is political malpractice for both of you. As a doctor, if I were so negligent as to have one of my patients suffer preventable harm, I would be sued for malpractice. If I did it 10 times, I'd be in prison. If I did it 100 times, the punishment would be somehow far worse than that. In both of your cases, this is an absolute dereliction of duty. For Karen Bass in particular, you knew this was coming. You left the country and you're still not here, have not made one peep, and you have Rick Caruso, the person who ran against you for LA mayor, who is showing 10 times the level of leadership that you've shown today, or for the last several months, for that matter. And on top of that, Caruso pointed out that you have not filled the reservoirs that you needed to fill in order to fight the fires. We ran out of water today. What on earth is happening? I'm officially calling for several things. One, Mayor Karen Bass, it's time for you to resign. I know you enjoy this job. I know you enjoy the trappings of being the mayor of a major city. I know you're looking forward to welcoming the Olympics in 2028. But as of today, with this Katrina of yours happening here in LA on your watch.
Yes, few months ago, we saw the interview Trump had with Joe Rogan. He was mocked online. When you take a look at this, Donald Trump was mocked for sounding the alarm on the California wildfire crisis during his interview with Joe Rogan. Turns out he was right. Trump spent nearly 7 minutes ranting about the issue, blasting Newsom for nothing to fix the problem. Trump specifically discussed the California data smell controversies where rainwater is wasted by being directed into the Pacific Ocean to protect a tiny fish species. You know, the Los Angeles, you can't get proper amount of water in order to protect a tiny little fish. The water of none get rooted into the Pacific Ocean. Millions and millions of gallons of water get poured into the people mocked Trump when he said this. Now look at the situation. He was right all through. When I look at what is going on at a certain point, it's extremely concerning. Biden administration sending money to Ukraine at this time, people are facing difficulties.
I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk up these hills. It's like Mount Everest there. It's like, pretty steep. So, it's just, I posted this on X, but Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night. And she came out, I'm sorry, just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
Oh my gosh. James Woods, we all hope that you will be able to rebuild your house, maybe starting with that little Yeti piggy bank. And we're just glad that you're okay and your wife is okay.
I'm sorry,
and have your lives. Yeah, no, I mean, this is real and it's raw.
I thought
and
I would be stronger than this.
You don't need, you are, you know what, strength is not measured by whether, you hold in crying or not. Strength is what you are doing now and helping your neighbors and shining a light on the great, amazing work of all those firefighters and emergency crews out there. You have so much strength, and we appreciate you coming on to reflect what so many others just like you are experiencing in that raw emotion right now. We wish you the best, you and your wife, as you rebuild your lives. So many people are doing that right now and trying to process what's going on.
Trump responded, this is what he put out. President Trump is slamming Gavin Newsom for allowing these fires to happen. Trump accused Newsom of prioritizing a warless fish over his people. Remove Newsom. That is what Trump put out. Gavin Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smerd by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. I would demand that the incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. Look at the pain. This is James Wood crying on CNN. His house is being burned down. I don't know if this is another Maui or what exactly. The situation is beyond control. I'll be updating you, giving you more information to what I'm observing on social media. I didn't want to report this, but people keep sending this to me. God bless you.
Health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
It's my favorite. People keep saying, I keep seeing this for people that go over to Blue Sky. If you don't.
Hey everyone.
What do we do?
Right now you're looking.
History, remember it.
As a country about James.